coming from a pure devotee, that's it, we've done it. You don't need to go anywhere else. And find other means to try and get the message out. You be the message. Wherever you walk, wherever you go, you are the message. It's there. People will flock to you. It's like that. It's like that analogy that Janaki was given about, when the fisherman is fishing, he doesn't wheel the fish in, it goes in all by itself.
And the fish has its own reel.
Yeah.
It's up to us to start pulling ourselves in.
Yeah.
Which means listen.
Yeah, and it depends who we associate with it. It depends. We have to be just as strong. We have to know fully consciously, because then the subtle body is evaporated. Because it's the subtle body that comes with us in each incarnation. Wherever we are at, the subtle body is the false ego. Wherever we are at in our subtle body is where we will start. We will start from what we will incarnate, or will dictate what we incarnate as, what we start from, who are going to be our parents. And you know what? Krishna, even though Krishna will still put us in a place where we can still learn how to get out of it, depending, even if our parents are dog eaters, even if we come back into dog eaters, right? Krishna will arrange your life so you can still come out of it. But if you're in it too much and you don't have association, you will stay as the dog eater.
Right.
You can still get out, no matter what you can still evaporate the false ego, the subtle body, because it will never come with you in your any other incarnations, because you won't incarnate, you'll just be the spirit soul. Because the subtle body is gone, it's not got to purify.
The subtle body.
The subtle body comes with you in every incarnation.
Yes, the gross body is gone.
The gross body is gone.
So why do you think? Yeah, okay.
I didn't say the gross body.
You said the subtle body.
It's not the subtle body.
It's
The subtle body will evaporate.
So the subtle body is also gets tied down with karma.
Yeah. And it depends where you want to come from, the subtle body,
So
which will be the more you
so
focus
what's
on the
the
subtle
what's
body.
the subtle body?
The subtle body is the false ego.
All right. Okay. So that's the mind.
Yeah. We use Krishna's mind, not our own mind.
Well, we have our own individual essence.
We do. We use that essence to do the message of Krishna. Our own character. That's why we love being ourselves, and we want to put that out there.
Why?
We love it because we need to be the self, but we need to be the self. The part and parcel of Krishna, the character we are, that He's given us to be. We do however we want. We do the message however we want, without causing more distress and some people need the distress, as we know. You have to be you and do exactly what you're doing. Guru Maharaj was absolutely right yesterday. Do however they want to do it. So they come to the realization. They want to play as much as they want to play. And not know the message of who they really are. And not play and be who they really are, which is the Jiva soul, which is the spirit soul. They just want to be the body and the senses. And that's just going to attract more. What you focus on will persist. You focus on this material world, that will be the strength of the spirit, the subtle body, and that will go with you in your next life. But Krishna will still arrange it so you can get out.
I think I want to go online gaming. I did that in Second Life. There's a platform called gaming, computer games. There's a game called Second Life, right? And I dressed up as a Hare Krishna. I was actually walking naked, with a pair of white knickers. And I didn't have all the high-tech equipment. And there's a few people online who are doing it now. And they set up Krishna temples in Second Life. And they have the Bhagavad Gita online, which you can read on the online game. And they have like online kirtans and people chanting Hare Krishna and Prabhupada lectures going on. I mean, the majority of the people these days, we're just walking by those game shops and all these kind of nerdy things.
Yeah.
They're not nerdy things. It's where people are now going. People are now living online.
You know,
They're socializing online.
you're absolutely right, Karina.
So where
because,
do we go?
you know, okay, if I've misunderstood what you said, but that guy that we met that was very skinny, the black guy,
Yeah. He
He
lives
used-
online.
he used to play these games,
Mm.
and he used to. And it was me about reading. It was about reading and him playing games. He used to play these games that tell you how to go to war, how to set up a war and battle, and how to win, and everything that we finished, everything, and just do that. And you know, you're actually there, you know, learning to fly planes, everything. You do that with the Bhagavad Gita and the process, and make a game where you go into that game, and it tells you every angle, the angle to do it, and you play the game.
Well, yeah. It's very simplistic what
What do you
these guys are doing.
No, it's not about that. It's taking what they do and just.
Yeah, but you can't learn to be a devotee online.
No, it's not about that. It's
But
not about that. It's
I'm
just.
talking about going where people are. Like when I go on Harinam with you guys, when I go on Harinam, I want to find out where the most people are so we can get most of the name out and more cards out. There's no point. I mean, yeah, okay, you purify yourself, you can go to a field, everyone listens to Prabhupada. Prabhupada, there's nobody here, let's chat to the walls. There's entities everywhere. So I am very much attached to the
Be
results.
personal.
Huh?
Be personal.
Huh?
Personal.
I'm very attached to the results. I mean, I don't want to just go out and chant Hare Krishna and have
Yeah,
two
but-
people listen to me. But then again,
We should be attached to the results when we are, especially when we are a pure devotee. No, in the sense that we should.
like even Maharaj is like, oh wow, 20 people, that's great.
Yeah.
He's like, wow, that's great. So we should just go, let's just go chant Hare Krishna, purify ourselves, just purify ourselves, it's great. But I'm like, yeah, that's great, but, oh, Krishna.
No, but we want it. So Krishna is purifying us because we want it so much. We want it. Guru Maharaj, the process has been, and I may be wrong because I'm not in other universes, and stuff, the process everywhere is, this goes on for eternity. It's only ever going to be a few people. And you know, and that's why there's millions of you. And I actually could explain that in a deeper way, in the sense that be in the now, because being out there takes you away from the Krishna in here, the Radha Krishna in here. This is where it manifests from in, out, not out, in. Manifesting, taking in everything from the outside brings us into the material world and this karma, and we get attached to stuff. No, I'm not saying, you know, not everybody, but yes, as well, because you're attached to seeing the fruits of your work, right? But because it's Krishna, you know.
Well, why are Prabhupada insisting on if you have money, print books? Print books, book, get it.
Do you know what, that used to anger me.
Well, if
All the
he
time.
didn't do
No,
that,
no,
one would hear
now.
about
I
it.
wasn't, if I was there then,
Right.
and whatever I was doing when he was around then, no, I would have still been me now.
What does it mean, me now?
No, meaning,
Me now, he said.
if I could die, if I died at a baby, I would have maybe come back and been around with Prabhupada. There's one when he died. No, what is it? Yes, it was.
Oh, you were- I was one of those guys.
Yeah, so I was 5, right? And so I wasn't able. Prabhupada did everything he did because Krishna, the whole quantum physics of it all was worked out that it had to be like this. It works out like this because everybody's doing their own thing. Until people are doing the collective vision, till that happens, which will maybe happen. Until that happens, he's our Father and he's going to let us do whatever we want, and we will. And the more people we get out that vibration to, right, will work better if we are pure in our hearts and we're out there, and we will.
Well, what if we just aren't pure, but we're pointing to purity?
Huh?
What if we aren't pure, but we point to purity?
That's it. We're signposts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but through our experience of doing what we've been doing, how many people have come to Guru Maharaj? Out of all of it, probably 1, maybe 2. Because it's quality. not
Yeah, but
quantity.
but they're not even really there, are they?
Yeah, but it's quality and it's not quantity. You know,
But
it's
then
not
again-
about the more we do it, the more it will get out there. Yes, it will, but people might not realise it until many,
Yeah.
many lifetimes.
Yeah.
Many, many, many
Yeah.
lifetimes and stuff. You know, and it's your character and this is how you want to do things. You know, I'm so fine by that because the role that you play out gives me a lot.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
The
Krishna
roles that the other
Krishna,
devotees play out.
Hare Rama,
Like
Hare
Rigohan said this morning that he watches us and he gets a lot of stuff in his language. You know, by watches, but Guru Maharaj watches us. He gets so much stuff that he has so much stuff from his devotees and even more realizations. You know. God is in everything and in everywhere, and Krishna's doing everything. But however much that Bhakti Lala Beach, that pure,
So is your one coming to look at Ranga today?
it's just cancelled.
Oh, so she probably tell Ranga.
2 out of 3 is good,
What else? We're going to see the housing.
and the doctor.
Oh,
5:10.
oh, the doctor.
Yeah, 5:10. So maybe Krishna's arranged that we need to get those sorted out.
Yeah, because that's what she was saying. She's better if we get a doctor at that time
So,
before
you
she
know,
was.
so following their process.
Maybe she's rang the doctor and she goes, well, we've seen it today. You see, maybe,
Yeah, we don't know. You know. She said she's had an emergency, which
Nah.
could mean
Maybe
anything.
we ring. Maybe we should ring Round the Lake and tell him. See, I'm attached to how many people are watching. There's no one watching. There's one person watching, but it doesn't
But
really
you know
matter.
what?
It doesn't matter. It's the fact
Even
that we're
if-
even here thinking about
Yeah, but
Krishna's plan. It's just enough.
Karuna, even if there were 100 people watching or 200,
Yeah.
you were getting the most out of this than they are. More out of this than they
Yeah,
are
yeah.
because of where you are. We doing the things that we're doing, we are getting more out of them than anybody watching. They're getting to the level of where they're at and how much they come to class and how much they
It
associate
is true.
and how eager they are.
It is true.
You
I mean,
know.
after giving class, you feel very empowered. Very like,
Look how empowered you felt yesterday speaking to those Jehovah's Witnesses. You was, wow. You know, that is that power of that service.
Mm,
There's nothing else.
mm. I guess that's what we do Harry now. And we all get together and we can sing
Mm.
together, and it gets us higher.
And we're purifying. Because that's our eagerness and that's what we want.
Gotta ring those boys and find out where my Duke station is.
We're going tomorrow.
The gym.
We go just twice a week.
And now that we got Ranga, it's not fair to leave him on his arse. Or pushing iron.
She actually says that
She.
the carer, the person, the lady, Monique, who's going to assess Ranga, to
Oh.
what his needs are, said that the carers can come here until he gets a place. So we can associate with the carers are going to be listening. And we hear.
Just a bit worried that Michael. So when are you going back to?
They're only going to be here for so many hours.
Right.
They're not going to know your hours.
Right.
They're not going to.
We don't care if Big Brother's watching and saying how much all he wants to do. He wants to do.
Because Krishna knows now. Krishna's here with us.
Mm.
He's going to arrange things, and you just have to trust him. It's more than trust, you know. Take away the word trust. It's just this energy that does so much.
He says this kid I was watching, and Maharaj has been watching it too, who's very against the Krishna cult, very against any religious cults, very against even the belief.
Most others are occults. We're a cult, which is absolutely true.
Listen,
So they're not cults.
don't
They're
talk. Don't
occults.
talk for anything. Listen.
Occults. So,
So he's against any idea of God now. We're going for 5 minutes. And yeah, he's peddling all these Richard Dawkins books and the God delusion and all this kind of stuff. So imagine, right, there wasn't a God. There wasn't a God. And that we are evolving little amoebas, we've got to the point of evolution as human beings, which is really wild once it's kind of hard to process when you have Vedic ideas. It's crazy. And that we see in the bigger picture of materialism what's going on in the big picture, behind the TV screen, behind the facade of Bollywood and Hollywood, and keep us all entertained in our little boxes of modern life. Going, yeah. And this new horror and all this stuff going, high technology and UFO sightings and ancient pasts and And if you were an atheist and you were living a good life and you were helping clear up the park and more goodness and tapping into what was going on with the powers that be, with 5G technology coming through and fiat currency not being real, 9/11 being an inside job, and Bohemian lodges and sacrificing children and missing this and that. You would realize, or you would have found that you had a lot more, oh thank God this isn't real.
They were the two attracted in it to realise that.
Someone who has stepped into the realm of God and came into Christian consciousness via the organized religions and the corruption and the horribleness that goes on in these organizations, to then pull yourself out of it, but also throw away the concept of a higher power. That you're left with this material world as being the be-all and end-all, and that the systems that are in place are the be-all, and that's how it is. And to live in that consciousness of that this is all there is, and they're going to fuck people up, and what a horrible place that they have found themselves in by removing the higher force from themselves, because they've been so disgusted by religion. Like, what a dark world to be.
It's another process they will realise, because they can only go so far with that stuff, with the material stuff, and this is all it is. You can only stick with that thought for so long. You will think there's got to be something beyond this at some point. You will.
When you've already gone there, you've already chanted your Hare Krishna, or you already meditated on God, or you've already done your whatever it is, your trip in the wilderness, and done your fasting and your chanting and that. And you get something out of it. You do, if you're doing it wholeheartedly enough so that you join a temple and shave your head and live as a monk for a while, to then throw it all away because you don't like the temple president, and then throw God away, and then cover yourself in atheistic books. How can you?
It's like, in a way, it's like the way Guru Maharaj finded with Prabhupada and Krishna and all of that, and he did that completely sincerely.
Yeah, he did that.
Right? And then he turned straight back round, he went off to do his thing, he went straight into that, and went back to doing Christianity. And you know all these things that people do, you know, if they do them really all sincerely, and just go into it and really, then they will do it with the Lord. It will be there, it will remind them, it will come back. It has to. And this thing about, you know, there are Jiva souls that are stuck in this, they want to be, and they're just playing the role of wanting to be. That's what they want. And it can go on for cycles and cycles and cycles and cycles and cycles and cycles. You know, maybe there is, because that's, I don't know, you know, the thing about the Jiva souls being stuck in this cycle of samsara forever.
Maybe anything is possible.
You know. But maybe they're only those souls that are pure devotees and are going to keep coming down, and chosen to want to keep coming down, you know, being here. Being a signpost. How, and they want to just come down, I don't know.
Keep being signposts.
Yeah. You know, the more we can work on ourselves and do all of that and stay focused with the message, you know. And yes, you get realizations from everywhere else.
Yeah, like Ron Blake was saying.
Yeah. I don't look at anything else.
That's you.
You know, I'm just saying, yeah.
I didn't either when I started off. I was totally
I
in
get
that bubble.
so many realizations, but that's been my path, you know, to slowly process to focus on the truth, coming from doing the 3-man stuff to Muji, to Purjit, to Gurmaj. You know, and you can but you know what? It's really horrible. You say the things are really, really horrible here and stuff, and we get paid for what we read. You know, with the karma and what we have to face and the atrocities that happen to us, because we forget that none of us are going to die, which is absolute truth, right? And it's not about being cold.
Not by being cold.
You know, Remy used to say most people don't think I'm cold.
Oh right, callous.
Yeah.
Second the temperature.
Yeah. Callous, you know, and but for me, you know, I was with Remy listening to him all. So that's me. But we can all be in that place where the devotees in the Sangha are, and more people are coming. And you know, if we listen to other stuff, those things are in our head, and we focus on those things. We put that focus on those things, you know, and they do give us stuff. They do give us stuff, but it's not as much as if we focus on the absolute truth. They do, they will. Sometimes I think I don't want to listen to some of the things you say because they're in my head. Well, no, because now I'm so purified, as purified as I can be right now. I'm not taking them on board, but I want to hear what you're saying and allow you to be where you're at and do exactly what you want to do until you understand yourself. It's not about the fruits of our nature. It's not what we do. You know, we've got the knowledge, which is our ability to play this game. We've been given that now. We just use that and just win. It's all win. It may be horrible here. You go to the lower planets, you know what happens in the hellish planets. Yeah, the atrocities. You think atrocities are here?
I don't think atrocities are like the word to use.
Well, what word would you
suffering.
use? The suffering that goes on, right?
The atrocity is like something like
Krishna is still.
Krishna,
There's suffering that's going on. With that suffering that's going on, Krishna, Jiva souls are still learning. They're still purifying in that suffering. They're still in this horrible suffering. You want to learn the hardest way? Because we will. Because that is why it's our will. We will. Yeah, we will know. Krishna's the man. Amen. Thank you. Let me put my thing down on the roof.
Good enough.
Yes. You could just put that sheet down so it can.
Oh yeah. Put this first.
Still need to splash everywhere.
Oh, I'll put that to that.
So, you know, I've come from sitting on my bum and not going to many places and travelling and all of that stuff, you know. And I've been torturing myself that, oh, my body's getting mad and bad even more, I'm not going to learn anything, I'm not going anywhere. And my false ego would say these things to me. I did 3.5 and it was 370 the speed. My body's, you know, I thought this is it, I'm just going to be sick all my life in this place. And but it doesn't matter what we have. I've been sitting on my bum on this machine most of my life. Vishnu says, well, you can sit on your bum until you realize. I said, well, like Guru Maharaj can just challenge anybody and come out with that. Because it's God, and you can see all the angles of whoever Guru Maharaj is talking to. And if you are so surrendered, you will work from the Lord's mind, not the contaminated mind that we have. Because we think that we're doing it, and we've done it, but if we haven't done it.
Why does it say drain dialyzer question mark?
Because you haven't drained it.
You press enter.
No, just keep pressing. Confirm it.
Yeah.
I've been going on about doing all these different treatments that I've been doing to try and help heal my body. Associating with people who are not at the doctors. I'm not in that environment where they're going, well, you can never heal. You're always going to be like this, and this is your only way out, which is having a transplant, really, which won't last for your whole life. To
The body won't last you.
To associating with people who say you can heal from anything. If you do this, you can heal. And I've tried lots of things. But in my heart, something always believed that this is never going to work. Doing it this way is never going to work for me. Because everything was working on other people. They tried and they work on my day. Why are they working for me? I'm doing this, give it me. Because that isn't my path that Krishna laid out for me. And within that, my desires that I've chosen, I used to feel so, this is working for all these people. And there's nobody out there that Krishna's put me in touch with that's come off dialysis. Like having that association. I knew it was God that was always going to heal me. But I didn't believe it, but I knew it because it always came to me. This is never going to happen. It's only God that can do it, because I didn't know why that I thought that. I was always scared because I thought, I'm not married. I'm not having an arranged marriage. I'm not. I don't know when I'm going to get married, and I've got to fend for myself, look after myself. How am I going to do that? I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to work every day. My parents never put that in me, just to be the wife. I didn't know how I was going to fend for myself. I wanted to always come off benefit. And I was like, I can't, because, I'm not going to be able to pay for these, and I can't work all the time because then I'm not well fully well, because I get tired and and I've always been on benefit. There's people out there who've got things. I think now to get on benefit these days, really difficult. They put you through abuse. I don't know if that will be. That's why I'm cautious. And
I think I'd poop in my pants and smear it on my face and walk in and go, I'd like a job, please, and go, this is. If they might give you electric shock therapy, then you can't think of Krishna. That would really suck, isn't it? Imagine they give you a lobotomy and you can't chant for it. This is Maharaj. They take away your intellect. You can't contact God.
It's like another cycle. There's people out there that are stopping these processes that they're doing on people. They're really bad, like lobotomy. They can't have a lobotomy anymore. And there's certain things. People have been in the mode of goodness set up the charity to try and help these people. They're getting, maybe they are getting help, but it's just the body and the lives, the material lives. They come with, the powers that be come with more things. They try and help with something, and then they come with more things, and people try and help temporarily, giving money and setting up charities and all sorts. But cycle. It's all set up. It's all messy. Really.
well, even just to be is mercy. But some people would choose not to be.
They can, and that's the choice.
Mm.
You go through uni.
But there's John, a friend of mine from the farm, who would chant in ecstasy.
Yeah, I know what you speak. Yeah.
And he knows they're all part and parcel of God. He goes, you know what, I don't want to be part and parcel. And I don't want to exist. I don't want to be. I don't want to be.
Not about what you want to
I
do.
think that's what
Not about what you want.
you are. There's no talking getting out of it. It is what it is. You
Yeah.
are who you are.
Yeah.
So he wants to merge into the people to vanish.
The Brahma fulfillment.
The man of holiness. Just want to be around.
You just can't serve God then. That's why that's just you can't serve God if you that's what you want. It doesn't matter what he wants. Our constitutional position is the same.
That's also his choice to not be.
Yeah, it's his choice and it's his will. But he will at some point.
Well, not if you enter the Brahman.
He's going to go through.
Or Krishna kills you. And you have to be a serious motherfucker for that to happen.
Everybody's got their own journey. There's so fucking many. We just need to know our own. And then once you fully know your own Krishna, you go through Krishna's mind and you know everybody's. You know, Guruji once said, why know your own path? Well, when you can go to the top of the mountain and see everybody's.
But we can't.
If Krishna works through us, yeah.
We can't. You're not God.
No, it's not like that. It's like Guru Maharaj knows what's going on with us all, and he gives us that intimate relationship with each and every one of us, and gives us what we need, what we want. He knows that, he knows that I can do certain things, but I don't want to do them because I've been taught I can't do them. But he knows I can do certain things, and everybody's doing their own thing, and that's because Krishna is telling him from his heart. And the more pure, he's a pure devotee, so. But he can only give it to the people who want it, who are coming to him, who are wheeling themselves into him. He can't push it on people. He's at the top of the mountain, seeing the people around him that are coming to him. Not everybody's there, just the people that are coming to him. You can see what's going on with them. Because he has that intimate relationship with them.
Everyone follows my path in all respects, Krishna says.
Yeah.
So, when someone says, I want to do this and this and this, he goes, yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Because you're going to follow Krishna's path anyway.
You do what I say in the end.
No, you're going to come to Krishna eventually.
That's what he's saying.
That's what Krishna says.
Yeah. You do whatever you want for however eternity. Go wherever, do whatever you're doing, however you want to do it. But you know what? There's consequences for what we do. That's why the prison, you get people go to prison. They can't go around murdering people. Well, they can. But we go to prison for certain things. And it just shows us that, we can do what we want, but actually no, we can't. We can do what we want, but we can't, because there are going to be warriors of Krishna already around who are going to be overlooking the laws of nature. The laws of nature is karma.
Yeah, you can if you want. You can't just walk off into the desert and just keep walking. You can, but you'll die.
Yeah, you die.
So you can't do what you want.
No, and that's why we have prison.
And people say,
But what people don't realise, the whole bloody place is a prison. The whole universe is a prison.
Crazy,
From the lowest to the low, the hellish planets to the highest planet. Or a prison.
Those beautiful sunrises are just shining over prison.
Yep. Those beautiful little babies with those cute faces. And little kittens that I look at. Little kittens that I look at.
Oh, look at the little
And look at that baby, so cute. When you're bloody in prison, you come to prison.
Better be well done, you're in prison.
You've been given another chance to do your job. Learn what your job is. Learn who you actually really are. And that's never going to stop. Because we are part of the Christians. So you're never going to stop teaching us. Hey, Randy.
We are...
Or the bin.
Yeah.
Oh, they came.
Or they put everything in the house.
Yeah, put it in.
Oh, cool.
You put it in.
You're,
Relax.
you're a sick old man.
They go usually straight to the shed and
Hey.
put it in and stop. And so Karuna doesn't have to do it.
Alright.
The lady isn't coming today to test.
Yeah, so I understand.
Oh, you
She's
know that?
coming
How
on
do you know that?
Monday morning
How'd you know
around
that? Oh, you were-
Who's winning Monday morning?
a lady who was coming to assess you.
Today?
Yeah.
He's not coming today.
No.
She's coming on Monday.
Yeah.
Right, but
Right.
you got 2 other person. So 2 out of 3 is good.
2 out of 3
2 and 3
is bad. I want you. I need you. There ain't no way.
You're on surprising. That means you've got a warm heart.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. We're just
When
talking.
you talking to me when he came in, he said to me.
Yeah, we've got an appointment on today at 11.
I haven't got an appointment now at 11.
We're going to see the doctor. We're going to see the house thing at 2.
2 and Doctor.
Doctor
10 past 5. Do you know? Yeah,
I don't know what.
I want.
Or for breakfast.
What's that?
Needles.
Stick him in your arm.
Yeah.
Right. It's all downstairs anyway, it's stuff. It's in the kitchen.
You put it in the kitchen, or did they come in the front door?
No, they came in the back.
They missed the shed.
And they didn't put it in the shed, they put it on the table outside.
Oh.
Outside.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Good job it's not raining. Ugh.
You know, it's like. I need to write this. Like Guru Maharaj says, you know, I want to chant and I want to read and I want to chant and I want to do both. Now I want to have juice and I want to have eggs as well.
Well, that's kind of wrong. It's not as, yeah.
No, it's not, but I just want to have both of them.
I
And
want it all.
want it, yeah, want it. Want it.
Well, the worst thing is, even when you do realize, okay, there is a higher power, there is a God, so there is a higher power, there's a God, there's a source. You get all these fucking religious people getting in the way of God, trying to prove that other people's gods aren't real gods. It's like, oh, do you have to make it so fucking complicated, people? Do you really have to get so in other people's faces and prove that their God's not real? It's hard enough. It's not hard enough, it's complicated enough. It's not complicated, it's simple. I mean, give the atheists a chance, for God's sake.
He does.
To come to God. With all, and you got all the fucking Muslims killing all the people, and then all the media blaming Allah and the
If
followers of
everybody's
Allah.
blocking themselves, they're going to block. They're going to manifest what they're doing to the side. They're going to manifest what they're doing outside. You know, hey, you can't be doing that. You've got to come to what I know. I will bring you back to that. And pull you back down to that level.
It's like a part of me when I'm going by and chanting Hare Krishna to Jehovah's Witnesses, I kind of feel like, I can feel it myself that, oh, you guys aren't, oh man, I feel superior to them, and I shouldn't feel so. I should be going, yeah, you guys are great, we can get it there, you read the books, and then people go, no, their way's not right. It's just a fucking mess. It's a self journey.
It's organized.
It's a journey of the self.
It's organized chaos.
Oh, for God's sake.
But it is because everybody's going to do it when they want.
It's a journey, yeah, well, yeah.
And what leaders do they do? 18. Was there a clot in the Venus thing? Yeah, it was clot. Small.
That's the great thing that Maharaj brings to the table. He brings the Christian faith and he brings the Vaishnava faith together.
He's putting it so
And you can see
together.
the similarities of what Jesus was teaching and what Prabhupada was bringing, and what Krishna brings and what Chaitanya brings. Notice he stays well away from the Islam faith. Nah. That's a tinderbox right there.
Yeah, they're just gonna, you know what they're gonna do.
Fucking murder.
Because it's anyone and everything. Anyway, I forgot my weight. Yeah, I forgot. You choose
What?
what you're gonna make for breakfast.
Toast cheese sandwiches.
Okay.
Fried mushrooms.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's like those things we had at the croissants
Is
with
it
cheese and cheese and mushrooms.
Stabbing it here.
With cheese and mushrooms.
What's that? Oh yeah. And the
Actually, that's just
don't call me Ashley.
actually, I cannot use that. I just use tea tree up my nose every day.
Tea tree's good. I mean, that works too, but it dries it out a lot. And you smell tea. All you can do is smell tea tree.
It's nice. All the way around. Yeah, it's true. But maybe I need to go through it. If this comes back when I stop using it.
Scab of your nose.
It's like it's more than that. It won't allow the healing of the capillary, which keeps coming off. Right, it's a lot better than before. I used to pour blood when I used to scab used to come off. And on the other side, there's something growing on top
And the
of
skin.
him. Whatever it is, but it's all gone now.
Krishna, Chaitanya.
But I'm using it longer than I did before the operation. I said I had to use it because I had something that might. Anyway. Yeah, that's good. I like that food. No, like the croissants we had at that place that cost like £8. The croissant with a bit of cheese and a bit of mushrooms.
Yeah. We saw us coming. I think maybe the reason that Krishna's making Maharaj sick now is so he's not giving any classes. So make me hanker for more classes. So I say, Maharaj, I'm getting bored of your classes. He said, okay, fine, you're not missing my classes. And then there's no class. I'm like, you don't miss the water till the well runs dry. It's like, shit, where's Maharaj's classes? Because I do feel so protected when speaking. I do feel protected.
So all you do is listen to the repeated ones.
No, yeah, that works.
Because it really works.
Stick on Maharaj's class now.
Which one?
Oh God, we're all transcendentally fantastic and amazing. What we should do, or what I was thinking of doing, is broadcast 24 hours a day and
Okay.
always have Maharaj's class. I mean, really broadcast. I mean, have living people live. Like these people are doing this because people become voyeurs. People have no way of hanging out anymore. No one hangs out anymore. Or they're at work, they come home, they have no time, so they go on the internet, they go online, and they start watching each other. So what we could do is become the big brother.
Yeah, and have the camera rolling all the time.
All the time. We can use your internet now because it's on broadband or whatever fiber shite we do. And we just have Maharaj playing and then us talking over it and pausing what we need to pause and just constantly have the camera charging up and watching.
We need to use change the broadband thing.
Hmm?
mainly to choose the broadband thing, because when somebody's on live and I'm on live, it goes off, goes to, and it goes back on and then goes off.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll play with it. It shouldn't really happen because if you're on
But
fibre,
he's killing himself laughing.
if you're on fibre, you shouldn't have any problem uploading.
We don't have any problems at uploading, it's just when somebody's live.
No, you were live and I was downloading a video from YouTube. Then your video froze. Then your video went cracking. No, that shouldn't happen if you're on fibre. You should be able to upload, broadcast, download at the same time without having any problems with the
It's
internet.
a thing, isn't it?
Maybe you should ring them and say, listen, I was doing a live upload and my friend was downloading a video and the internet got, I thought we were on fibre. He goes, what you need is 5G. So fuck it, 5G is coming, let's use it. Let's become what they want us to be, but use it in Krishna's service. Good job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't beat him. Transcendental.
Neil actually sent it to him as well. He said, oh, very nice.
Mm.
Wonder if you'd have women doing that where he goes to festivals and stuff. Very nice.
I was on Harinam once in Leicester. It was New Year's Eve. And of course the place was full of drunk people. And we're doing Harinam. There was about 15, 20 of us giving hardcore Hare Krishna. And this woman came out of a pub. She started dancing with us. She was like, and all these toffee-nosed Indians in the kirtan. If you could hear them going, and she's like, yeah. I'm like, whose movement is this? We're going to Nana's movement. What does Nana do? She's fucking danced the whole name. Dance with her. But they all came, she's got a bum. Yeah, she got a bum. She shits through it. She's got tits to feed a baby. Fucking get over it, Jance. And she's only one showing enthusiasm. So fucking get in and be enthusiastic. Don't be going, a woman, Maya.
Just what they associate with. They're not reading the Leelas.
They associate with a bunch of
They don't know
dry
the
ass
Lord.
fucking sannyasis.
They don't know the Lord. They think the Lord is humble. He's very humble,
Yeah,
which
very
he is.
merciful.
Which he is. He's so humble, you know. But he's everything else. And if we don't be everything, you know, like challenge the Lord when we, you know, challenge. It's like anyone who's the pastime. He wants his devotees to fight with him and challenge him, so he can reciprocate that intimate relationship. Makes it even more intimate. He wants us to do that, but he only wants pure devotees to do that. You can't have that kind of relationship with Krishna unless you're pure devotee. You can't fight with him, play with him, and you can't be late.
You can play with them.
It's
Why can't you play with them?
you can play with him, but there's different degrees to that playing. There's different degrees of intimacy. Like Guru Maharaj doesn't want, you know, he doesn't really want people coming and challenging him. He just wants to read his stuff. You know, when Kakai came, remember? Who was it that was putting all those things out? People who challenged Guru Maharaj, you know, he rather than, it would work more for them if they just listen. And if they challenge him, if they're going to ask a question, ask that question, you know. But Guru Maharaj would rather than people listen. But then with me and other devotees have more of an intimate relationship with us. And he'll go further, he'll do everything. Whatever needs to be done, he reciprocates to where we're at. He's building us to be like him. You be what you're at and where you're at and do what you're doing. You know, I'm going to be there for you. But he only does that with his intimate, surrendered devotees. He does do that in a way to others, but it's going to be, his devotees will be doing it more and more for him. Like we'll be going to those devotees that are challenging him,
Yeah, that's our job.
you know, because their job.
Let
Yeah.
him that's what I want. I want him to relish more rather than have him explain the whole subject. Sit in there and have him explain why
He's done
doing
it,
what
he's
doing.
explained it.
He's done it. It's
He's
recorded.
doing it for us.
Yeah.
He's surrendered devotee.
We don't need to hear it anymore. Maharaj.
But he's going to make that decision. Krishna's going to make that decision.
Yeah. So if he sees us that we can defend his position
Yeah.
more and more and more, which we
Yeah.
are,
Yeah.
then he can talk back and relish more
Yeah,
and
he
eat
can,
more
go, he
in
can
the
stay in his cave, travel around the world in his cave,
travel the world and
and be with everybody. You know, so yeah.
Johan is an ecstatic devotee. I mean, yeah, and more. And Kitty is ecstatic, and Mangalesa and Yohan and Logan and Johnny and so it's now the witness's job just to keep Maharaj's name going out there, and when he comes in with questions, give the answers, rather than having, like, I mean,
Witnesses.
Maharaj also likes to freaking,
Yeah, he does.
to
He wants to play.
if you have
He
a
still
question,
has
ask me,
that.
and if you challenge, I'll challenge you back. And
Yeah.
thank you for giving me the challenge, give me a chance to give you the thought.
Yeah, it just makes him stronger. Yeah. So it'll just all happen, and it's going to happen.
Now, I don't know if I should use YouTube. No, I think Periscope is
Just
better.
move that chair up.
I think YouTube. Oh, 2 people watching on YouTube.
Hey!
Whatever. I think we'll use Periscope as our 24-hour thingy. I think Periscope is the one to use for the non-stop broadcasting. Confirmed.
Are we going to go and have food?
Yes.
Because we've got to get out for 2.
Out for 2. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna carry this phone down.
Is that Periscope?
That's Periscope. That's YouTube. So you keep it YouTube, I keep it Periscope.
It's like we are the tube that Krishna comes through. You tube.
No.
No.
Yeah. I feel myself stuck in my stomach in a lot more. There's a camera watching me. Ah, the packs. I forgot that. There we are.
thing goes on forever.
What? You don't use it very much.
Not actually, I use it to write. That's why it feels like it goes on forever. Oh, you've got to do my meter readings.
Your what readings?
My meter readings, please.
All for your house. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Meter readings. Okay, I'll take meter readings. You want your pink?
Make food first.
Make food first if I can. If I can. Hey, Shads. What's going on, bro? Yeah. Right, toast, cheese, and some fried mushrooms. Sounds like a plan. Oh, lots of thingies in the kitchen now. Okay, thank you for watching. It's been an hour now. 58 minutes and you're still with us, so thank you for joining us. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare